Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a mod for the Gravel D series that adds an RV into the bed of the truck. And it's kind of funny because the thumbnail for this was taken on this map at this exact position. Anyways, the name of this is the D series D15I6 RWD RV, which is a total lie. You cannot trust this at all. Because if we go to the parts menu and compare things, so it said I6, that would obviously mean inline 6 engine. Well, this thing has a 4.5 liter V8 engine. RWD, rear wheel drive, right? Well, this thing has a front transfer case, which means it's all wheel drive. Anyways, taking a look at the RV itself, it's a pretty simple design, but you can clearly tell what it's supposed to be. And it's kind of the same idea for the J-beam structure. It's pretty simple, but it works good enough. It does have a habit of having parts disappear under impact, but at least it doesn't seem to do any crazy glitchiness too often. Instead, it just disappears. And one thing that's kind of funny is the relative camera is actually inside of here purely by coincidence. So you can look around on the inside and you can actually go down the little hole right here to get to the lower section and look around here. And you can see it does clip through the side of the truck right there a little bit. And it does cause damage on some situations, as you see right there from just sitting there. I didn't do anything at all. It's just been sitting there. Anyways, we could pop through this door, and then we are back on the outside. Anyways, we'll go back to the normal camera, which is the orbit one. You'll notice it's kind of hard to see what you're doing with the orbit camera because the camera was not adjusted for this trailer. So it sits really low and kind of close to the vehicle. So I'm going to zoom it out a bit and just bring it up so it makes it a little bit easier. Anyways, this trailer weighs 1,500 pounds. That makes this vehicle really, really top heavy. So it's really easy to tip it. For example, if I wanted to tip it onto its side, we just go full steering to the right and boom, onto its side and almost rolling back upright with a miraculous kind of flip, but not quite. So anyways, right there, you see, it looks basically undamaged, even though that was a pretty harsh impact. And that's just kind of the way the trailer is set up. Although there might be a little bit of a deformation on this back section right here where the door is. Yeah, you can clearly see there's some deformation there. But the actual part that got impacted is kind of unharmed, which is funny. Anyways, we'll reset this guy. Now, let's try driving this thing as fast as we can without flipping it. Since you know how easy it is to flip it, the question is just how fast can you go before it flips? And the answer is really not that fast at all because it does flip so easily. But we'll see just how far I can push this thing before it does flip over. And right now we're actually doing okay because the keys basically don't lift any tire off the ground because by default this thing comes with an open differential. And open differentials mean when you got two wheels on the ground only, like both your lefts or both your rights, you can't accelerate at all. Because you try to put power down and it does absolutely nothing because the tire in the air is getting all the power. Terrible, terrible idea to have open differential on this thing. If you want to have more fun, you put the welded one on and then you could put power down when you only have two wheels on the ground. Like right there, we could have still been accelerating. Now, I know I was going real slow through there, but these are some tight bank corners that are the worst to try to take this thing through. So I gotta be nice and slow because, like, whoa, even right there, I just about tipped over. And we were going like 15 miles per hour. This thing can get into a habit of, like, when you start to wobble, it'll keep wobbling. And if you are churning left and right, you're going to flip over real fast. You kind of have to, like, control the wobble and be real delicate with all of your steering to do as best as you possibly can with this thing. And whoa, the shadow on this looks kind of cool in the tunnel. I like that. It looks cool. Oh, goodness, I was looking at the shadow. Ha! Yeah, it was dumb. But as you can see, it's not like it's super hard not to tip it over, and if you're going regular speeds, it won't tip over, but if you go fast or churn really hard, it will tip over. How about now we make the truck match its claims? So it claims to have an inline 6 engine. Let's give it that. It claims to have rear wheel drive. Let's give it that. So now it's actually a i6 RWD RV, and I'm kind of curious how this thing will do going up hills. I mean, it's a pretty beefy i6 engine. It's like 4.1 liters if I remember correctly. I could have read it off the screen just a second ago, but I didn't think about it. But I'm pretty sure it's 4.1 liters, so it should have a decent amount of torque, and it's an engine made for a truck, so I'm pretty sure it can go up this without too much issue. It's kind of funny the way it's sitting at 5,000 RPMs as I floor almost like a CVT for a second right there, but it was able to go up that no problem. Man, it is funny how it just sits at those high RPMs when you're going up the hill, though. It totally seems like it's a CVT, but it's actually just holding the speed, that's why. So going up hills, not actually an issue, even with this configuration. But then we could even go crazier. We could always just say, well, what if we attached a trailer onto this? Just because I hate my truck. So we'll put on the tow hitch. And then we put on the small flatbed trailer, not the flail, just the regular trailer. And I will do a video for the flail someday. That's one of those things where I skipped it, but I figured maybe I'll come back to it someday. And I still have plans to. It's just usually newer stuff gets priority. Because you've kind of seen it in various videos throughout already. Anyways, let's go up some hills with this even heavier setup. I mean, this thing must weigh like 3 tons in total, I would think. If not more. But once again, this i6 is really surprising me. Although the trailer is currently falling off, so no good there. I'll reset real quick. And then we can keep on driving. But really, overall, I am super impressed with this i6 engine. It is truly no slouch. Like, I almost never use it just because V8 heard it there, V8, yeah, power! But i6 is very respectable in this vehicle. Whoa, we're getting into the wobbling. Nope, we're good. You know what? We should make this the fun vehicle too, so we'll crash this one more time, maybe like this. Yeah, crush the trailer kind of right in between the roof of the car and the tree. And kind of unexpectedly, or maybe expectedly, depending on how you look at it, the truck was what got damaged. So let's bring it back to here. We'll go ahead and remove the trailer I put on, because we no longer need that. For the rear suspension, we're going to put it to have a welded rear differential. For the front, we're going to go ahead and re-add the front transfer case. And then on the differential for there, we're going to put a limited slip. We can't put a welded one in the front, unfortunately. So that's the closest we can do. For the engine, we'll put the off-road 4.5 liter V8. And then we're going to also put stage 2 supercharger on this thing. So now this is the fun vehicle to tip around and stuff. And by the way, if you're curious, you can technically equip this with the extended bed version of the truck, but it kind of glitches through it. And you can also equip it with the extra heavy duty versions of the truck as well if you wanted to do that. But I'm happy with the way this is set up right now, so we'll just use that. So you can see, yeah, i6 is no slouch, but we are way faster here. Actually, this thing's almost too fast for me. You know, I bet we could actually do some damage if we like accelerate and brake very viciously like this. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if that would damage something just from all of the... Yep, look at that. The side of the truck having some damage. And oh no, the trailer fell off because I was jiggling so hard. We jiggled too hard for that trailer. Can't do it. Hey, how about if we crash into the trailer as it's sitting on the ground? Let's get a little bit more speed before we do it. Want to hit it at hopefully about 60 miles per hour. Alright, there we go. Should be at least 60 here, if not more. 65, and woo, we went right through it. See, I've honestly never done that before, so I didn't know what to expect. Okay, we'll go a little bit slower, like 45, 48, look like maybe is what we actually used, and still just driving right through it. Okay, real slow then. Like 15, 20 miles per hour. And we basically drive right through it again, so... Let's not bother crashing into the trailer, because obviously that's not working out. Instead, let's do some driving. And you can see the power of the welded differential right there. Just putting the power down even though we're about to tip over. And actually, I feel like when you put the power down, it kind of makes the trailer straighten out a bit, and it's a little bit more easy to keep it stable when you have the welded differential versus the open one. Whoa! Oh, the bushes grabbed me! I don't know exactly how I hit it. It just happened so fast. You can rewind it and tell me if it hit the trailer or if it hit my truck, because I genuinely do not know. We'll try resetting it here, but I'm going to be upside down, so then we'll have to insert, and then it'll right side up. And I got to put the transmission back. I accidentally hit that key, and I messed it all up. I want to keep going downhill, so we're going to slowly rotate this thing around. There we are, and then we keep on going. But you did see there was some damage on the trailer. I didn't mention it, but I made sure to visually make sure you could see it. I just had better things to talk about than, hey, look at the damage, because it was pretty obvious considering it was filling up the whole screen, and up, there goes the trailer again. It's unfortunate that it does have such a bad habit of falling off like that. And I know I keep calling it a trailer ever since I spawned up the trailer. It's messing with my mind because I keep thinking the trailer I spawned up, but this isn't a trailer. It's just an attachment to the bed of the vehicle, and whoops, there it goes again. Okay, once again, we'll reset it and then keep on going for another try. Maybe this time we'll just try to wreck it up. So we'll just turn hard and hit it into those trees. And can we see anything there? Not really. It doesn't look like it received much damage. Oh, a little bit of deformation now that's just kind of sitting in the tree. See, it looks pretty funky right there. And hey, wait a minute. I just had an idea. And I'm pretty sure you saw it too. Let's crash it right into the little overpass if it's short or tall enough. Is it? Yes! Ha! I called it an overpass. It's actually just a building, but whatever. It actually worked. I want to do it again. I know we're not going too terribly fast, but it's something. If I was at the other side, I might be able to go faster. So we'll tear it off, go to the other side, and see what's over there, or not. It's kind of ironic right here. I can't get this thing to pull off. Before, it's like, oh, it falls off accidentally. Now, yeah, it's not coming off at all. Try one more hit at this, but you notice it's not getting that damage, even though we're hitting it at like 30 miles per hour at least. Kind of just bounces off. There we go. Mostly. Tell you what, we'll just teleport it. And I don't know if we actually have more room on this side or not. Whoa! You actually see that when it drops from a height. It kind of looks funky. Here, let me throw some slow-mo on this so you can really see it. So watch the front edge right here. Woo! And then it kind of makes itself okay. It's like elastic. I never dropped it before and noticed that until just there. That was kind of funky looking. We're going to try this again, see if we're going any faster from this direction. Don't think we will be. Oh, a little bit faster. Oh, we actually cleared it that way. Maybe it was because we were bouncing downwards and the suspension was compressing instead of being just kind of at more of a normal height. Anyways, let's go ahead and roll this thing one more time. And we'll finish up this video by going to Brutal Slope and Leap of Death. We'll start off with Brutal Slope. So we'll just use the normal version of the vehicle here. I'm not going to modify it in any way. Well, we can change the color. I mean, we've been using the exact same color this whole time, which is a little bit boring. There we go. And we'll just rotate it around and go down here. We're going to do the convertibilizer first because I think that one would be more interesting. And I'm not exactly sure how this thing will do for stability here. I should just be real gentle with my steering. We'll hopefully be okay, although you notice this trailer is kind of like you steer a little bit and it just stays leaning that way for a while. Either way, we are perfectly lined up with the, whoa, convertibilizer. Well, we were. We got to do the slow-mo real early because this thing is so tall. All right, impact. Compression. Super compression. And then what happens when it gets out? Oh, look at that. It's like, I'm fine. I'm fine. That's nothing. You notice a couple of parts have disappeared, like in the back right there. You see there's a gap, and there is actually some deformation to it, but it's kind of funny just how elastic it is. It kind of just pops back up out of nothingness. Now I gotta do a little bit of maneuvering here because I know there's that tunnel right there and we don't want that. And again, I gotta be real careful. Actually here, it might be okay to try to roll it at the end just to make sure more of the impact hits the trailer than the actual truck. Alright, this thing is really leaning. Oh no! Hold on, trailer. Might be like a little bit slower, but you'll be fine if you can just hold on. We'll go to the wall on the left just because it's a little bit better of an alignment. Normally I don't. The only difference is the angle they're at. Uh-oh. Hey, that works. Hold on. Wait. Oh, it's going to miss him, isn't it? Wait, it's going to go there. Okay, that's good enough. Throw the slow-mo on. Get all the slow-mo. So it's not exactly what you were expecting, but it's close enough. It's going up at least 180 miles per hour. And I was super jerky with the camera right there. My apologies. It's actually compressing it very, very well. Whoop! And there it goes. Wait a minute. Ha! What? 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 It went under it? Like, the gap there is... I mean, that's not even a gap there, actually. That actually goes into the ground a little bit, doesn't it? How does it go under that? Wait, where'd it go? No, wait, where did it go? I have literally lost track of it. Okay, hold on. We're going to go back there and figure out what it is, but this is going to take me a second, so I'll just be back when I'm there. Apparently, it's still here, just 100% invisible. Totally invisible. All right, pull it back up, and we'll do it one more time because some people are like, it didn't do it right. Yeah, I know. Did you see it fell off of the truck? It wasn't my fault, but we'll do it again. Nice and slow, and go. Stop wobbling. All right, this one feels a little bit better. Looks like the trailer's more properly attached. You know, in real life, or in the game, I should say, I wonder if it simulates like the possibility of it falling off because you're going so fast. I mean, it seems attached so lightly that it could actually possibly happen going at that speed. You would think, but I just don't know if the game even simulates that. It just disappears. It's the magic disappearing thing that I keep calling a trailer. That's actually an RV shell camper thing that goes to the bed of the truck. I don't care what it's called, to be honest with you, at all. I'm just gonna call it the RV thing because, you know, the game calls, or the modder called it an RV, so it's an RV. Once again, grabbing default. Don't bother with the color because it takes too many clicks from me, and I'm lazy. And then here we go. And we'll do this at full speed because I'm pretty sure it's just gonna disappear anyways. If it doesn't disappear instantly, then we can watch it in slow-mo. A little bit of it stayed visible, so we'll do it in full speed. And since the camera doesn't track it, we can't really watch it, so we'll just reset. We got basically one impact to watch and one impact only. Although it might land at a different angle where it does just basically disappear. You never know until it happens. And this one is totally upside down and being all crazy with this angle. 100 times slow-mo engaged. Looks like the truck's gonna absorb a little bit of the impact. And the RV is actually deforming a bit here. We'll speed it up to 16 times. That time it deformed a little bit, actually. No, it kind of disappeared, actually, didn't it? Yeah, well, kind of a little bit of both. Bye-bye! Bye, RV. I'll miss you. AKA trailer, as I always call it. Because ever since I spawned up that trailer, I swear, I don't think I called it trailer before I did that. And then I just got trailer on the mind. Oh, well. Anyways, until next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.